I have a lot of time at home. Like, don't have to rush to get my homework done because I get most of it done here. And with studying, plenty of teachers in AC, so I can, whatever I don't know, just ask my mentor to go to the teacher, and I'm learning. My grades definitely go up and then I know when I have missing assignments with missing assignment reports they give out, so I can keep track of those. And then it also help with my mom. Like, she doesn't have to help me all the time because I can get help here.
Well, last year I struggled a lot with Algebra 2 or algebra, and I ended up failing it. And this year I can get help from the algebra teachers and have more time to do homework instead of doing it after work. And it's just, there's so much more help, and you can study for tests even the day before it or the day of it, and it just makes life easier, I guess. And I also had a bad GPA last year, and now I have straight C's, and it's much easier.
The other benefits that I get from the academic center is me being able to transition to other teachers and classes to get help and understand more if the teacher or my advisor doesn't understand or does the subject, and I can ask other students. The day before, if you know you have a project, then you get a pass from the art teacher and you hand it in to your advisor. That way you're able to go to the art room and get it done before it's due. The ARC is available for us to do homework, to study, or if you need quiet time and you need to take a test or anything like that.
Coming to the high school has helped me a lot. I had very little help coming in the middle school with my classes. I struggled a lot in math, and there was no help. With the AC, I probably raised my grade one grade level higher, and it's been a lot of help. There's pretty much a teacher from the AC for every class, and it's been a lot of help, and the upperclassmen help me a lot. If I need a question, I'm not afraid to help.
Overall in Academic Center, my experience has been really a beneficial one for the students. I have been here 4 years, and I teach everything 9 through 12. So I have 9th grade Chem Essentials, I have upper class anatomy, and then psychology. And so seeing that range of ages and ability levels, and then being able to take that to my students in Academic Center has actually been beneficial for me. During my time in Academic Center, I'm working one-on-one with students and helping with anything that they need in science, which is my main area, but I can also help with math, like Algebra 1 and geometry. I help with Spanish. I help check papers in English and proofread. So it's not just my knowledge area that I'm in. I'm helping in a bunch of different areas. On top of that, I'm making sure that students are keeping up with their coursework. If they have missing assignments, we're making sure that their missing assignments are getting completed. They're checking in with teachers. If I need the AC coordinator to call home and talk with mom or dad, I can do that. So really, it's doing everything. It's allowed me to actually have a relationship with students. The students that I see in my classes, I can have that relationship with, but these kids I can sit one-on-one with, and for 50 minutes every day, 5 days a week, get to know them, what's going on at home, what'd you do this weekend, what sports are you involved in, and that relationship really ends up holding them accountable to someone besides their parents at home, who's checking up on them and making sure that they're getting their work turned in on time and that type of thing.
I'm Kip Bichelle. I run the Academic Center 2 hours a day, 3 hours last semester. I'm the coordinator. been doing this. I've been teaching for 26 years. I've been doing this for about 12. So the first thing that you guys are going to want to know that your coordinators and your teachers have worked really hard to make sure that each kid is assigned a mentor, and that mentor, we try to make it the best fit. Kid struggles with math, we try to match up our kids with a math teacher. Kid is into art, we try to match them up with the art teacher where they get a little bit more help there. Kids struggling with their SAT, their essay and SAT, we match them up with an English teacher. So we try to do that, and one of our goals is that each kid has someone on the staff who knows them, knows about them, cares about them, knows how they're doing in their classes, and not just like one teacher, I know how you're doing in my math class, I know how you're doing in all your classes. Know maybe whether they're playing sports, whether they're working, whether mom or dad are going through problems. So you do have that person that you can come talk to. You have someone that actually cares, sees the big picture. So we try to match kids up who it matches with perfectly. That's what we start with. Is it perfect? No. You move kids around all the time, as time goes on, so you're not worried about that. Then my job is to make sure that things go smoothly during the day. We get in, we like to take the first 5 minutes to get organized. People get to work right away. I know kids like to work together. One of the key things is I make sure that we are collaborating and not cheating. I'm sure everyone knows what, the difference between collaborating and cheating. We do encourage collaboration. We do encourage kids to get together and study. But my job is to make sure that they are collaborating, not cheating, and also make sure that when they're working, they're keeping the noise level down a little bit. I know some people can work when it's louder, but you have to remember that if there's 100 kids, 150 kids, you have to make that decision that we're going to work at the level that the kid can be comfortable with. Why do you drive 55? Some people can drive 70. Why do you drive 55? Because we have to do it where it's safe. So one of the difficult things is, even though someone can work when it's a little bit louder, we try to make sure that it's quiet so everyone can work and it doesn't become a distraction to certain people. My other job is that I contact parents. I do that all the time. We like to say here, I know it's going to sound stupid, but one of my colleagues says that we're like Santa Claus. We know if you've been naughty or nice. We contact parents all the time, whether you're behind, and I know some of you kids are out there thinking, you know what, my mom looks every day at my grades. Well, that's true of some kids, not every kid. So we try to make sure that there are no surprises. Kids are failing classes, we contact home. Kids are not passing their tests, we contact home. Missing assignments is something we look at. I know that missing assignments, sometimes you can have all your assignments turned in and still not do well, but we do look at missing assignments and we try to get them done, and if they're not completed, we contact the parents. Sometimes we have them come in before or after school, which is not the funnest thing. And if there's discipline problems, usually after the first couple of weeks, people know what the expectations are, so that's not a problem. But if there are discipline problems, that's what I deal with also.
Grades and see what they are, because you know that they're cumulative, right? Okay. Second thing is, anything that shows up as missing, my assumption is, look at me, Simpson, my assumption is you guys still can make it up. You understand what I'm saying? Okay? I would still check with my teacher, but my assumption is if it still shows up as missing, you can make it up, and we're going to expect you to. Is that clear, guys? I'm not giving you them tomorrow because I want you to know where you're at, number one, but I also want you to know if it shows up, you should be able to still do it, and we're going to hold you accountable to do that. Any questions on that? Thanks, guys.
The mentor gets to know the kid. They monitor the missing assignments. If we pass out missing assignments every 2 weeks, our expectation are that every assignment signed off at the end of 2 weeks. Does it always happen? No. But our expectation is that's done. So every single day, the mentor will take a look at the missing assignment sheet. What have you done? What have you completed? And we make sure we get the teacher's initials to prove that they're done.
Well, while I was at Avondale High School watching their academic center, there was a lot of different things that I noticed there at their high school that doesn't necessarily happen here at Waterford Kettering. During their passing time, they have their warning bell is different. Like they have a siren for their warning bell, so it's weird type of thing. Like we have bells that ring and they have a siren, so the kids, you hear that and you're like, oh crap, I really need to get to class type of a thing. And so maybe 10 seconds before the last final bell rang, everyone was already in their classrooms. There wasn't a single person in their class, in the hallway. Everyone was already in their classrooms ready to go. they had like the academic center hallway, and then in the hallway you had like your classrooms or your pods like down the hallway, and then they had like their arc, which was like their like the place where you go like take tests and stuff like that. And each classroom was set up where they had the classroom, and then there was like a border or like a wall border that like split the classroom in two. And like in each classroom you had like your coordinator. The coordinator had their own office down the hallway, and then the classroom there was just the teacher and everything. And so inside the classrooms it was set up where they had computers in the classrooms, and then they had their desks with the wall, and then they had the next set of people. But like it was still set up where like the two different classrooms in that one pod could still like interact type of a thing. But that's pretty much how it was set up. The difference is like that they have is like they don't have like a travel time, like they don't have resources type of a thing. Like you just go and you're put in your classroom, and like they base your class on like what classes you're struggling in and like what teachers you really need help with. Like you don't get to travel to whatever teacher you want to. Like you're in that set seminar or like that set academic center classroom. So that's like the difference. The same thing, like the similarity from it is like they have the teachers in the classroom, but the difference is like they have multiple teachers from different subject areas that can help you. I think Academic Center coming here to Kettering will definitely benefit us. I think the students will be able to get a chance to get help in different subject areas while being in one classroom and not having to travel and worry about like, I have this, but I also have this. You can go in that one classroom and get help from multiple people, and upperclassmen and teachers as well.